Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday afternoon at Bill's. We're very happy you're all here, and we're very excited that all of you are interested in accessibility. There is 1.2 billion customers in the world who have a disability. And if we're not focused on helping them use our applications, access our applications, benefit from our applications, we are leaving an enormous population in the dust, and you are leaving money on the table. My name is Carolina Hernandez, and I'm a program manager at Microsoft. I have been at Microsoft for about 10 years, and I lead the Windows Narrator team. Narrator is a built-in screen reader that folks who are blind can use to interact with Windows in your applications. And I'm here today with Addie.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this session. My name is Addie Andreeva, and I lead the Accessibility Insights team here at Microsoft. These are the tools that are going to help you find and fix accessibility issues in your tools.
Fantastic. So let's talk a little bit about what we're going to talk about today. First, we're going to explore why accessibility matters, why it matters to you. Then we're going to cover 5 design principles that you can take with you today to start making your applications accessible. We're also going to spend a lot of our time doing a demo of Accessibility Insights, and then we're going to have a call to action for our closing. So before we dive in, I wanted to show you this fantastic Wildlife Manager 2.0 application.
Amazing. Look at all of that functionality.
There's so much functionality. What this application enables you to do is to track the wildlife animals that might be roaming around in your backyard. And this application was built by a developer maybe just like you, or maybe one that is sitting in the session next door, right? And they looked at all of the requirements and ensured that they implemented all of the controls that any customer would be able to add to this Wildlife Manager. What do you think their reaction for this developer was when a set of customers actually saw the application this way?
That's awful.
That's pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, and that's because the set of users that use Wildlife Manager were using it with a screen reader. And that developer didn't expose the functionality of the application programmatically. So that user with that screen reader wasn't able to see anything in that application at all. So let's go back to that Wildlife Manager. Now let's think that, that developer is talking to a customer and is saying like, hey, yeah, just click the green button. But the customer that they were talking to actually saw this.
Yikes.
No green button. And that's because that particular user suffered from color blindness or was colorblind. Actually, 8% or 1 in 12 men in the world suffer from one or other type of color blindness. So I see a lot of men here in the audience, and I'm assuming that we probably have some people here that are actually colorblind. So imagine for your customer base, you're definitely going to run into customers who are going to struggle to see the colors if you're only using color to convey content. So this is essentially how you can see that this might impact your bottom line, because customers that are trying to use your applications via assistive technology might not be able to. So they will be frustrated and forced to look for a competing application.
So that's great, but I'm sure that a lot of the folks here are just thinking, Carolina, I'm just building an MVP. I want to go out and do business and release to my customers.
Yeah, absolutely. But trading off accessibility for your MVP is really not good business sense. And the reason for that is that there's many rules and regulations out there that govern how accessible your products actually need to be. For example, if any of you out there is thinking about bidding for a government contract or trying to sell into the government, there are rules and regulations that they require you to meet. If you're trying to sell into the European Union has the European Accessibility Act that outlines all of the requirements. Here in the US, we actually have the Section 508 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973 that covers all of the accessibility that needs to be provided for those products.
All right, and that covers the people who want to bid for governmental work. But what about everybody out there, and I'm sure that there's a lot of us here, who want to do private sector, only that?
Yeah, private sector is also covered. And there's other rules and regulations that are included for the public sector. Take, for example, if any of you is building an application that enables communication or that has video, the FCC has outlined in the 21st Century Communications and Video Accessibility Act, also known as CVAA, all of the rules and regulations for you to make those products accessible so anybody can use them to communicate or watch those videos.
That's right, and that's all about applications. What about everybody here who's building a website that has a ton of content that they want to share with the world? What are the regulations for that?
Yes, Adi. So a really great point. We know that a lot of you are building web applications and web content. And the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, known as WCAG, outline all of the requirements that those web applications and that content needs to follow. WCAG, as a matter of fact, just got updated. And in that update, they're covering websites that are not only viewed through your regular Windows computers, but it also covers mobility or mobile guidelines, as well as guidelines for people who might have low vision, cognitive, and learning disabilities. So you see, if you're trading off accessibility for your MVP, you're essentially assuming a very, very large legal risk. And you are up for any customer to either give you a lawsuit, like the ones that you can see here, or also file a formal complaint with the FCC. And I'm assuming that by now you're saying, okay, Adi and Carolina, we get it. Like, we're here, right? So we want to make our applications accessible because we know we want to empower everybody to use our apps. We don't want to leave money on the table, and we don't want to get sued. But accessibility is so hard and so expensive, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that it isn't. Building accessible apps is just like building a pain cave.
Wait, a pain cave? We're here to talk about accessibility, not torture chambers.
That's right, Eddie.
Please.
A pain cave is just a fancy name for an exercise room that we triathletes use. We put our exercise equipment there, and we put our memorabilia to help us through this painful session so that we can make it at the other end. I would know because I built this one that you see right here. Let me tell you how this project went. So we bought an unfinished shed, and we put it in our backyard. This is my backyard. And we started planning how we were going to finish this pain cave, what we were going to do with it. So, you start with the electrical, then you put your insulation, then you put your walls, you mud, you sand, you paint flooring, and voila, you have a pain cave, right? But if you notice, in this wall, we missed a power outlet. And that was a problem because one of the bikes goes in this wall, and the bike needs to be placed on a power trainer that needs power. So what were our options at this point? We didn't have very good ones, but we could see two. One, we could tear the wall down, route the cabling, put the outlet, put the wall back up, patch it up, and now we have a functioning pain cave. Or we could be more strategic about it, and we could cut walls where we were actually going to run that cabling and where that outlet needed to go. Either way you look at it, both of those options are cumbersome and expensive. I had to buy more materials and spend more time putting this outlet. And all of these is delaying my enjoyment of my exercise because I can't use my pain cave. If I would have planned for all of this, where my bikes were going to go at the beginning, right, when we first got that shed that was unfinished, we would have said, hey, we're going to put a bike on the side, so we're going to need an outlet. So let's go ahead and route some cabling. We would have had the outlet there, and it would have been so simple and so easy.
That's right. And in a nutshell, this is what would happen to your applications if you don't think about accessibility to begin with. Because you're going to plan it, you're going to design it, you're going to start working on it, you're going to finish it, you're going to release it, and you're going to find out you have a ton of issues that you haven't even considered. You're going to hear back from your customers saying, hey, I can't use this. There is no way for me to use this. Then you have to go back, you have to go spend time, money, resources, and potentially rebuild big portions of those applications if you don't think about that from the beginning. The worst part of which, in the meantime, your customers can't use the application.
That's right, Eddie. So what we want to do today is give you those 5 design principles that you can take with you today to make your apps accessible. So the first one is to use standard controls. Standard controls are the controls that are given to you by the platform. The platform has actually done a lot of work so that all of these controls are accessible kind of out of the box. So when you use those standard controls, you're essentially almost making your applications accessible for free.
The second one is to provide programmatic access to any custom control you're building or any custom control that you have customized. You can do this via the UI automation tool or UIA if you're building a Windows application, or via the area attributes if you're building for the web. So for example, this would make the elements better and would definitely help you automate a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of benefits for your automation as well. So the third one is to provide full keyboard access. By ensuring that all of the interactive elements in your applications can be accessed by the keyboard, you're essentially ensuring that any accessible technology that your customer might use will be able to use and interact with your app.
The fourth one is to respect the user settings, the user's ease of access settings that Windows provides, and Windows provides ease of access settings for hearing, vision, and mobility. So, for example, if a user has tuned their experience to the high contrast mode, make sure that you respect those settings while building your applications.
Yep. And then the last principle that we have for you is to use accessibility insights for testing the accessibility of your application. Now, you might be asking, why use accessibility insights? And I have 3 reasons for you why. The first one is that we essentially build accessibility insights as part of all of the feedback that you gave us last year. So last year, we had an accessibility booth at the expo, just like we have this year. And when we were at the booth, we talked to a lot of you. And the main things that we heard from you was, hey, we need a simple to use tool that is going to help us find and easily fix any accessibility issues in our application. So Accessibility Insights was the answer to that feedback that we heard loud and clear from you last year. The next reason is because this tool is very cost effective for you. In fact, it is free. And the next one is that it is very simple to use. As a matter of fact, by the time you leave this talk, you'll know where to get Accessibility Insights, how to use Accessibility Insights, and start using Accessibility Insights of any of the applications you're developing today.
That is exactly right. And as we all know, there is a set of common accessibility issues that are easy to catch. And there is a whole set of other accessibility problems that you would introduce unknowingly in your application. So Accessibility Insights is a set of tools that is gonna help you find and fix those issues before they ever reach your customers or your trusted testers. One more thing that I want to mention is that earlier this year, we went open source. So if you wanted to check us out on GitHub, you'll find us on GitHub. We'll show you the webpage later. And if you want to contribute, if you want to request features, if you want to just talk to us, please find us on GitHub. We'll be happy to have your contributions.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's start. First things first, where do you get Accessibility Insights? You actually go to accessibilityinsights.io. In the website, there's 3 tools that we have for you. We have a plugin for Chrome, a plugin for Chromium-based Edge, which I'm sure everybody's been hearing about for this past 3 days. as well as accessibility insights for Windows, which is going to be used for any of you who develop native Windows applications. Today, we're going to demo two of these tools. We're going to demo Accessibility Insights plugin for Chromium Edge, as well as Accessibility Insights for Windows.
Okay, so by now we know accessibility is really important. We really need to think about it from the beginning. We know where to get the tools, but you're probably asking yourselves, how do I get started? And I'll tell you a little story. Recently, I got the same question. So in my free time, I actually teach karate. I've been doing this for a really long time. I love it. I love teaching kids. I enjoy the challenge as well. Earlier this year, a friend of mine and I decided that it's time for us to open up our own dojo. Dojo is a martial arts studio. And we started. You have to consider a lot of things. So you have to ask the organization if you can be part of them as an extension. You have to open up a small business. You have to register it. You have to find a location. You have to think about your audience. You have to make sure you have the right insurance. You have to think about the hours. And one of the things that is really important is having a website, because every business needs a website, right? You know, if you've done anything, you know, we needed a website. So I'm pretty good when it comes to governmental institutions, and I took on a lot of, you know, the legwork there. He took on the website. We sat down, we designed it, we talked about it, we took some pictures, we figured out some content, and then he got into building it. And, you know, this is how every product starts. A week later, and mind you, we both have full-time jobs, so, you know, a week later is a very good time. He came back with a website that looks like this. We'll show you the real website. So this is our website before it was fixed. Here is my picture, just in case. And both of us wanted to make sure that this website is accessible, because we really wanted to make sure we're giving an equal chance to everybody to find us and come train with us. For 25 years of karate, I've seen a lot of disabilities, both temporary and permanent, and we wanted to make sure that everybody who wants to come and take a class can find us, would have a great experience finding us, and will come train with us. So we sat down, we opened up his laptop, and he's like, how do we check for this? Now I want to know what I've done. It's like, okay, easy. Go to accessibilityinsights.io, download the Edge Insider extension, and open up the website. As you can see on the top right corner, there's a little blue heart that becomes the extension. And if I click on this little blue heart, I open up Accessibility Insights for Web. So in this case, we have 3 different workflows: FastPass, assessment, and ad hoc tools. FastPass is the tool that is going to help you find and fix the most common accessibility issues. FastPass runs in just a few moments, and in less than 5 minutes, you'll know all the issues that you have with this website. Then you go to assessment. Assessment is a set of tests that is automated and manual tests, and they would bring you to WCAG 2.0 compliance. We spoke about this in the beginning. WCAG 2.0 would be if you wanted to work with the government, for example. And then you have a set of ad hoc tools that you can use to test for a certain criteria, right? All right, so we're going to start with FastPass.
Yeah, before you start, one of the things that I wanted to jump in and kind of mention for folks in the room is that Accessibility Insights is actually built on top of AXScore. AXScore is a state-of-the-art scanning engine that was built by DQ Systems. So we actually have a great partnership with DQ Systems that helped us build this tool for you. And as Addie mentioned, it's open source, so we contribute to their code base, they contribute to our code base, and now you can join the family and also contribute to our code base.
Everybody contribute. Okay, so let's see what happens when we run FastPass. Just click on FastPass, it opens up in a separate window. Let me put this to the side. And here I get highlighted all the issues that I have in this front page, right? So you see a lot of red, seemingly simple, but there is some things that we'll need to work on. The first thing that you can do, or one of the two options you have, is to click on this little exclamation mark on the side, and it will open up in a separate window, and it will tell you a little bit more about this error that you're looking at. So it will tell you what is the rule, how to fix it, and you have the option to file an issue straight from there. I personally like to use the separate window that opens, so I'm going to use that. All right, so let's look at some of these issues. You can see we have a total of 9 failures that are grouped into 3 separate categories. And we'll start with color contrast. This is one of the most common issues that any web application actually has.
That's right, Eddie. So we see this a ton. Essentially, color contrast, what it's telling you is, hey, make sure that your background and the text that you have on top of that background has a minimum contrast of 5.5 to 1. The reason this is important is for people who might have low vision or light sensitivity. If you don't have at least that minimum ratio, they won't be able to read that text. However, it's not just for those folks. I see a couple of people in here that have glasses. If you slide your glasses down a little bit and just look at the slide, I bet you are also not going to be able to read that text because it doesn't have enough contrast.
That's right. So here in the error details, we can see that the current color contrast ratio is only 2.8. So we need to bring it a little bit up. Yep. I would like to mention first that in the description, in the failure details, you can find links to most of the information that you would need to fix this particular issue. And this is wonderful because if you release something out in the open and you hear back from a customer, they will tell you, I can't use it. They're not going to give you details of, oh, the contrast, the color contrast between those elements is insufficient.
Right.
Here, even if you didn't know what it is, you could click on color contrast and it will take you to a separate page where you can read everything about the problem, how to fix it, why it's important, and it will give you all the details that you need to know what you're looking at, what you're fighting in this case. If you really, really want to geek out, you can go to the criteria that has been violated, in this case, WCAG 1.4.3, click on that, and read everything about the particular criteria that has been violated in this case.
Yeah. The great thing about Accessibility Insights is that it does summarize all of this for you. So you saw in that main screen, you have all the details that you need, but it also has all of the resources. So if you need more information, or if you just, like Addie mentioned, you want to just learn more and geek out, you have it all here. You don't have to pull up your favorite Bing engine and find that content on the web.
Okay. So looking at this color contrast, I think this is something that we could fix pretty easy, actually, right? Can we do that?
I'm sure.
All right. So let's inspect this page. We'll make it a little bit bigger so that everybody can see. I think it's safe to assume that we just need to change the color of this particular element, so we can select either one of those elements. Yeah. We need to change the color, make it from, from lighter gray to a darker gray, or even black. Oh yeah, it's right here. Actually, you can see it. This color, 999, that's been coded in. This is the light gray. So the only thing I need to do is, and I'll do this because I know the color code for black, is change this from 999 to 000, which is black. And there we go. We've already changed it on the website. So now, if I go back to Accessibility Insights and rerun the checks, there we go. We have a lot less issues. We have solved all of these 3 issues here.
With a simple color change.
All right, so that was the color contrast. 5 out of 9 failures done. Okay.
Pretty good.
Let's see what the other ones are. The second one we see is duplicate ID.
Yeah, So duplicate IDs are a bad thing out there. The reason why they're a bad thing is because these IDs are often used by assistive technology to associate different elements that are on the page. Take, for example, a screen reader in a table. If the header of a table would have had the same or a duplicate ID as the IDs that represent the content on the table, a screen reader would have a very hard time presenting the right data to the customer because they're not able to correctly associate the header with the cell content. Also, if you're using duplicate IDs and you're depending on those on these IDs for automation, your automation is also going to have some issues. So you want to make sure that all of the elements on your pages and in your applications actually have unique IDs for both reasons.
Yeah, and that's exactly what how to fix here tells us. Document has multiple static elements with the same ID attribute, and it has highlighted where this issue is. So we basically need to go there, check the IDs, change one of them. Yep. Done. Okay, easy. Oh, one more thing to mention. Since I don't want to do this right now, I could file an issue. And it's as simple as click on this File Issue button here, and it takes me straight to my GitHub repository. GitHub, in this case, you can use Azure DevOps as well. And the issue is pre-populated. The only thing I need to do is submit my new issue, and our Add a Cat here is going to gladly take it, and somebody can start working on this issue right away.
Yep. So with 2 clicks, you have just filed, and now you can track any accessibility issue that you have with your experiences and applications.
All right, let's look at this last error here. These 3 social media links at the bottom.
Yeah, it looks like they don't have an accessible name. The reason why you want to provide good accessible names for your links is really 2 reasons. The first one is, again, think about a user using a screen reader. You want to make sure that they know where those links are going to take them. If you simply put the entire target URL of that link, they're probably not going to really understand what you want them to do or where you're going to take them. So you want to make sure that you give them a text that they can understand where that's going. In this example, you could say, follow us on Instagram or check us out on Facebook, right? Because that's essentially what those links are going to do. The second reason is that search engines use those accessible link names to actually understand those links as well. So by having good accessible names on your links, you're not only helping your users, but you're helping yourself have really good search engine optimization for your website.
Yep, that's right. So in this case, all we need to do is go and change this link that we have here to follow us on Instagram.
Exactly. Super simple.
Yeah, all right. With this, we've resolved all the issues that were on this website in, what, less than 5 minutes?
Yeah. Maybe took a little more because we talked so much.
Yeah. All right, so to FastPass, and this was the FastPass workflow, there is a second part, and this second part is called tab stops.
Yep. So does anybody remember what was that third design principle we talked about? Yeah, keyboard accessibility, that's right. So tab stops is your tool to be able to ensure that everything in your app has keyboard accessibility. The reason why you want to do this is essentially you want anybody to be able to use it with the keyboard. I mean, think about your power users who often have a love-hate relationship with their mouse, right? Or somebody using a screen reader, or maybe someone holding up a baby and trying to complete that last task, right? A temporary disability. So in Accessibility Insights, one of the coolest things that you have with tab stops is that it'll visually highlight the elements that are getting that tab focus, and it'll also show you the order. That way, you can see that the right things are getting focused, and you can also optimize so that the navigational flow that you're providing for your customers actually makes a ton of sense.
That's right. So let's see what happens. It's as simple as putting the toggle from off to on. There is a lot more information about what tab stops are. In case you don't have a Carolina with you to give you all that information, you can read about it. You go to your target page and you start pressing tab. And look at these pretty numbers with the lines. It shows you every next element that gets the focus.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, so let's analyze this. What do you think?
All right, so I can see one issue. Mostly everything is okay. There is nothing in the site on the page itself that needed to get focused but didn't. However, I can see this first element at the top corner.
Yeah, so an invisible element is getting a tab focus. So that shouldn't be happening, right? If you don't have something that is a visible element on the page, make sure that it doesn't have that keyboard accessibility either. So I think in this case, Ari, if you just fix that, your tab order looks pretty good on this page.
Yeah, okay, great. One more thing that I wanted to mention before we move on to the next workflow. If we run automated checks, and we don't want to file issues right now, or we don't want to solve the issues right now, what I can do is I can simply export the results by clicking on this export button, give it some meaningful name for the person who's going to be reading those results, and I get a self-contained HTML saved to my laptop where I can just click on it and check out the result from the automated checks. So there I can figure out what are the tests that I failed, plus these links are still clickable, so I can go and see what each one of those issues is, and all the tests that I've passed, just to feel good about doing something right?
Yeah, I know that you can track your progress. I think this is a fantastic tool that you can use to communicate with your team or also with your management. And with just 2 simple clicks, you really get an overview of what you've done and what you have left to do. And you can, with 2 clicks, look in accessibility rockstar. So how easy is that?
And every team needs an accessibility rockstar.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now we've done the fast pass. We've tackled the most common accessibility issues. Mm-hmm. What if we wanted to work with the government? What if we wanted to bid for one of those contracts?
Yep.
We would want to be WCAG 2.0 compliant.
That's right.
To do that, we're going to run our next part, which is assessment. So let's find a page here that is a little bit more interesting.
Find one that has some images.
Images, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm going to click again on the little blue heart and run assessment. Opens up in a new window, as we're already familiar with that. So assessment is a set of assisted and automated tests. The automated checks are the same as the fast pass. So if I were to click on automated checks, in just a few moments, I get this page scanned, and I get back the result of what the issues on this page are. You can definitely check out the color contrast, which we already know, the link name, we already saw this. We knew that this is an issue. We would have fixed it in FastPass. Then I want to move on and tackle every one of those other tests that I have at the bottom. And I get all the information about those tests and how to do them. So basically, this is your WCAG 2.0 checklist.
Yep. We love checklists, so I think this is going to be very, very helpful and very useful for anybody, whether you're familiar with WCAG or whether you're not, or whether you're new to it, because it's super simple and all the information is right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So because we don't have that much time, let's check out one of those and see what happens with the images on this page.
Yeah, let's take a look at images, because as we mentioned a little bit earlier, a lot of the accessibility issues that we see across different applications and websites fall into a common set of categories. And images are often ones that are a little bit painful for accessibility. So let's take a look at how you can actually provide fully accessible images.
All right, so in images, we have 4 different tests that we need to cover. The first one is the image function.
Mm-hmm. So an image function, essentially, if you think about it, when you're building your websites or your applications, there's really 2 types of images that we tend to use. One is going to be purely decorative. We just kind of want to give this application or this content kind of some pizzazz, or maybe it's a logo, right? But there's other images that we add that actually add to the content. They're very relevant to everything that the user is trying to do or read about. Those are meaningful images. What we want to make sure to do is to represent those appropriately to assistive technologies. So a user that is maybe trying to interact with this app or this content via a screen reader, the screen reader will know how to translate those images back to the user.
All right, all of that is also in the description. So if you wondered, how am I going to do this test, you just need to read the how to test portion and you would know exactly what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. You also get a visual helper. So every time I select one of these images, it will tell me which image I'm looking at. And I can decide if this is coded as properly or not. Mm-hmm. In this case, meaningful, that's a pass. Meaningful, that's a pass. Meaningful, that's a pass. And then I have 3 here at the bottom that have no value. And no value is not good.
No value is
so
not good.
We'll mark this as a fail, and we'll come back and look at those later. The other thing that you see here is there's info and examples. If I were to open the info and examples, I get a little bit more information about why this matters, how to fix it, code samples in as many places as we could. We have code samples that you can read. And also techniques to use, common failures, and so on. All the information you might need.
All the resources you could ever possibly need to know how to test or fix these issues are going to be found right there in the app.
All right, the second test is text alternative.
Yeah, so text alternatives is also known as alt text. And alt text is a very important string that you would provide for all your images. And it's important for 2 reasons. Again, if you have a customer that's using a screen reader, this is the actual text that's going to help the user understand that image, because that's the text that's going to be read to describe what is actually in that image. That is also going to help you with any search engine optimization, because search engines use that alt text to be able to index the images that are on your websites.
That's right. So in this case, if we're looking at this picture, the alt text that I'm able to read is sensei underscore San Francisco underscore Ishiro underscore karate underscore dojo.jpg.
Yikes.
Sounds like a file name.
Not like, that is the file name, right? So in this case, this would be a fail, right? Because we want to make sure that that name is meaningful. So imagine if a user with a screen reader was trying to evaluate this sensei to come to this dojo to take classes. I think they'd be pretty frustrated and probably lose a lot of faith on the instructor and would go to another dojo. I think if you gave it, you know, an alt text of like, hey, Sensei Cassidy leaning back sporting a black belt, right? Like, they would have a lot more confidence on the instructor and on that website.
Yeah, okay. So we'll need to work on these alt texts. All right, the third one is images of text. That's an easy one.
That's an easy one. So essentially, never bake text into your images unless it's a logo. The reason is, again, twofold. One is going to be your search engine optimization again, right? Search engines scroll the text on your sites to help rank where your page shows when someone is looking for you. If you put text as an image, search engines can't get to that. And then the second reason is also for screen reader users. When you put text in an image, they're not going to be able to use their normal ways of navigating text to be able to read it. Say, for example, customers who use screen readers can navigate text by sentence or by word or by letter. But if you bake that text into that image, you're essentially taking that functionality away from them.
Yeah. And in this case, we see that there is no text in the images, so I'm going to mark all of these as pass. And then we only have one more test left, CAPTCHA.
CAPTCHA.
No CAPTCHAs on this site.
No CAPTCHA.
In every occasion where it is not applicable to what you're looking at on the website, you can just mark it as a pass. And with this, we have completed a whole section of our assisted tests. I can go back to overview, where I can export the result. Let me make this bigger so that it's a little bit clearer. So in the overview, you can see a little summary of where you stand today. What are the tests that you have done? What are the checks that you have performed? Which you have passed? Which you have failed? And just a great overview to look at and track your progress. You could also, in a similar manner, export this result, and it would come in an HTML format where, again, I have the summary that I can look at, but I also have all the information about the failed tests that I still need to work on, plus all the information about where I stand right now. So if I wanted to share with my team what the progress is, or if I wanted to show management where we stand, wanted to present it in a meeting, that's a great way to do so.
Yep, and super easy. 2 clicks get you a very professionally formatted, very comprehensive report as to where you stand with accessibility and WCAG compliance.
All right, enough about web. I think we all know how to check our websites now, right? Let's go to the tool that would help us identify issues with Windows applications.
Yeah, so let's switch gears and take a look at accessibility insights for Windows. And we actually are going to demo this using our favorite, wait for it.
We'll
It's
find
almost coming, it's almost coming. Come on, search, don't fail us. Accessibility Insights with the Wildlife Manager 2.0. It is an actual application. It wasn't just mock-ups. We actually have it.
There we go.
There we go. Here it is.
Alrighty. So we've seen our favorite Wildlife Manager already. Let me just...
Okay, so the first thing that you're going to notice in a little bit, what Addie gets set up, is that when you launch Accessibility Insights for Windows, you're going to get a welcome screen. And in the welcome screen, you're going to find any news that we have to share with you. What's new with the application, what have been some of the recent fixes, and things like that. But you're also going to have a video. So say, for example, that you want to take this amazing tool, let's say, like when you go back and you take this amazing tool back to your teams, and you give it to the other developers, or even maybe your program managers to help you find all of these issues, but you don't have an Addie and a Carolina to tell you how to use it, you actually can find a video, a 4 or 5 minute video that is right there in the application that will help you get started. So we'll make it super, super easy for you to get started with it as well.
Okay, let's get started and check our Wildlife Manager, our seemingly easy application. So here's where I have my Wildlife Manager, and we're already analyzing it.
Yeah.
So this is the Wildlife Manager. The moment you hover over it, you already get the UIA tree that you have for this particular application and the information around it. What you can do is check with something that would look very familiar, because it's also FastPass, the one that we saw for web. I'm going to click on this little test tube here. And in just a few moments, I get a snapshot of the application plus all the accessibility issues that are present at this time. And we can see that, again, we have 12 failures. They're grouped into different buckets, which makes it easier for us to understand exactly what they are. We could check this localized control type here. You get an information about the failure, you get an information on how to fix it. There's a little code sample as well, so if you were wondering, oh, what is this, how do I do this? You can click on this link, and it would take you to a code sample that would tell you a little bit more about the issue and what to do with it. If, again, you wanted to geek out, you can click on the section 508 link and read everything about the regulation that you're violating, all of that. I think this data grid thing is pretty simple.
Yeah, so this one is an interesting issue, and it's super simple to fix. So this one is essentially saying, like, hey, have representative names that don't include code names. Like, I mean, you love code, we love code, our customers don't love code. So don't have code names when you have to add accessible names, which is what is essentially happening in this case. So if we actually take a look, because we came prepared, right?
So
we brought the code that we love.
Exactly. So if I were to look for data grid in my Visual Studio here, and find exactly where this is coded. There, in the name, it says current animals data grid, which will be super confusing for a screen reader.
Yeah, I mean, it's got some text in there. I mean, we'll give it partial credit, right? We just have to kind of get the data grid code piece out of that, and then we actually will have a good accessible name.
That's right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to replace this data grid with table.
Yeah.
And be done with this.
And we're done.
Yeah, that was easy. Easy enough. In the same manner, I would go through all of the issues that I'm seeing on this side. I'm going to file issues. They're going to go to GitHub or Azure DevOps. My team can start working on them. I can save a snapshot at any point in time that would track my progress and my results.
Yep.
Oh, and a fun fact, do you see this A11Y test that it's saved as? Does anyone know what A11Y stands for?
Yeah,
Good.
That's right. It's a numeronym.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, that is accessibility, and why is it A11Y? Is because there's 11 letters in accessibility. And that's actually an industry standard term. So take it back to your teams, and you will then look even more like your accessibility champion superstar.
Okay, so the FastPass, we're familiar with it. We know how to work with it. Does anybody remember what was the second portion of FastPass?
Yes,
Tab
subs. Awesome.
Good job.
So yeah, in Accessibility Insights for Windows, we also have the ability for you to check tab stops. It'll also give you the elements that are receiving tab, as well as the order in which customers are going to be tabbing through your application. So let's take a look and see how our Wildlife Manager 2.0 is doing.
So I simply hovered over the application, and I'm going to start pressing tab on my laptop. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like the main functionality probably, right, to be able to add, you know, the wild foxes that are running in everybody's backyard. Like, we're not going to be able to add those up here if we're using just keyboard, or if I'm using an assistive technology, because that element is completely out of the tab order and also not accessible through that keyboard.
That's right. So if I wanted to press add new animal while I was eating ice cream with one arm, I couldn't do that.
Nope. You have to put your ice cream down. How sad is that?
I would not be happy. All right. There is one thing that would look very familiar to folks here. Has anyone used Live Inspect?
Or inspect in the past?
Or inspect?
No.
No.
No. 1%, yay, okay, so Inspect. So Inspect and AcEvent are two accessibility tools that Windows has shipped in the SDK. If Ryan here would know, because he's used it before, these come within the SDK, and they look very familiar, because essentially what they gave you was the access to the UIA tree so you could see how your elements were being represented. The great thing with Accessibility Insights is that we have actually combined those tools into one and give you even more functionality as you are currently seeing. So this is really like a super inspect, like your super tool, the one, you know, your Swiss Army knife, essentially.
And if you haven't used Live Inspect, as most of you haven't, this is a great tool that would give you the UIA tree and some more functionality.
Yep.
Great. All right, we have one more thing to show you.
One more thing.
Yeah, it is the color contrast checker on this tool. If you're building an application, you have colors, and as we saw with our website example, color contrast is really important, and it's really important for the experience of every user. To check the color contrast in our application, we can use this tool. We simply hover over the element, and there we go. It tells us exactly what the current ratio is, and if we failed or passed.
And in this case, you can see that we are so close, but not quite there yet. So the cool thing about Accessibility Insights is that it has a built-in color picker where you can actually test a couple of different color combinations, and it'll give you live the ratio that those colors have.
So if I were to pick a lighter gray, I'm sure that this would look way better This will be a way better ratio. And yes, for example, this is a 10.7, which is pretty good.
Exactly.
The great thing is I could just select the code for this color here and go to my Visual Studio, replace the place where I have gray with this. Let's see. I'm pretty sure, yep, there we go. So you can see the background gray, the foreground navy. If I were to just replace gray with the color code that we got from the color contrast analyzer, it will be good.
Yeah, we would have fixed the issue. So super simple to fix any of these issues. You have all the tools that you need right there in Accessibility Insights.
Yeah, that's right. And I think with that, you've seen most of the functionality of our tools, the current tools that we have. And again, as Carolina mentioned, we heard last year that you needed tools that are easy to use and are friendly to development cycles. And now you have Accessibility Insights for web and for Windows. This year, we heard a lot about integrating into build pipelines. We heard a lot about mobile needs. And we heard a lot about other applications that there is a need for that we need to cover. And we'll be working on that. So please follow us and follow our progress as we'll be releasing new tools. All of that is on GitHub. So if you want to ask us questions or if you want to check out the new things that we have on GitHub, please do so.
Yep. All right, so to wrap it up, we are excited that you're here, but we're even more excited that you're going to take all of this knowledge back to your teams to start making your applications accessible. So let's recap why accessibility is so important for you. The first one is that inaccessible apps reduce your market opportunity because you're essentially leaving out 1.2 billion potential customers from being able to use your applications. Inaccessible apps are subject to legal risk. We cover a couple of the rules and guidelines that are in action today, where if your app is not accessible, customers can use legal channels to make you have your application be accessible. It is expensive to retrofit inaccessible apps. We saw that adding accessibility after the fact, just like building a pain cave, is going to be painful. And then you are doing the right thing. So you're not only providing that accessibility for a broader set of customers, but you're helping your SEO, you're helping your automation. Your product is getting better all the way around. The 5 design principles that you can take today are use their standard controls. Remember, they give you a lot of the accessibility work for free. Then provide programmatic access for any custom control or customizations to a standard control that you provide in your experiences. Make sure that everything in your application is fully keyboard accessible. Respect the ease of access settings that customers have that the platform, in this case Windows, provides for them. And last but not least, test for accessibility using Accessibility Insights.
The last is a call to action for all of you. If you wanted to get more resources, you could go to aka.ms/dev for accessibility, where you can find all resources you need. The second one is platform updates, and more specifically, documentation updates, right?
That's right, yeah. So we heard last year from you that our UI documentation could have used some love. So we've started to love our UI documentation. We have made some great updates to it. And you can also sign up to help us update it if you actually are finding things that are still not great or where we can do better. So please go ahead and visit MS Enable Dev to see that updated documentation.
And the last one is get Accessibility Insights and start using it. You can find us at accessibilityinsights.io. Also, a shameless plug, we have a booth in Hall 4F where you still have a couple of hours. You can come by, see us, get one of these awesome, you probably can't see it from there, but it's like a cute sticker of our Accessibility Ninja Cat, Ada. And visit us on GitHub again.
Yeah, so thank you so much for joining us today to learn how you can make apps accessible. Let me look at the timer. We have a little bit of time for questions, so we'd love to answer any questions. We just ask for folks to be at the mics. We have 3 separate microphones here. And again, thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of Build.
Thank you so much.
So we are just going through right now for the accessibility of one of our application. It's a web application, so we are just new to this stuff. Just inherited an application, and we have, as you said, like the deadlines to do that. But so we are seeing that in the website, there's like a combination of, so there are multiple screen readers, multiple browsers, so the metrics, it's kind of overwhelming. So do you have any kind of like suggestion how to approach that or something?
So for that, and if you want, you can come talk to us after that as well. Feel free. We have a suggestion for that. The Accessibility Insights for Web would definitely help you walk through those issues before you actually give it to your trusted testers for those tests. So if you wanna chat more about it, wait a couple of minutes and we'll chat with you. If there are no more questions, go have a beer, guys.
One more question.
What's the compliance level? It's AA or AAA?
Sorry, can you say that again?
There are different accessibility compliance, AA, AAA.
Oh, yeah, sorry, we should have mentioned that. So the current index that we cover is AA.
Okay, is there a plan for AAA?
Not as of right now. So currently we're covering WCAG 2.0 AA standard, and that's the standard that Microsoft follows. Since WCAG just got updated, I don't know if we mentioned that, I think we did, WCAG got updated to WCAG 2.1, which is gonna get into effect next year. We're working on that, and we'll be doing WCAG 2.1 AA.
Okay. And on follow-up question, can I have my custom rules configure in the tool?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
The custom rules. Suppose my enterprise has some standard accessibility guidelines, and I port those to the tool, Accessibility Insights product.
I'm not sure about that.
Like for example, let's say that the background color for a button.
Got it. I'm not sure about that. I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question regarding React Native for Windows. Will we be able to test the native app from JavaScript side, so we see what's wrong in JavaScript code, not in generated native controls?
No, not as of right now. If you want that, though, please suggest something on GitHub, or Mark, who's sitting right there, I'm going to point at him, is the guy to talk to.
Yeah, but again, because we are in GitHub, like any request like the AAA support or like React Native support, we'd love for you to help us understand like what are you trying to do, what are the things that our tools are currently not, how they're not meeting your needs. Let us know through GitHub, because all of that information goes back to our engineering team, and we'll use that to continue to develop our roadmap. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.